Shankar sir, and welcome to my channel Natural Biology. In the previous class I have discussed about the external structure of kidney. Now let us discuss about the internal structure of kidney. Let me draw the external feature, okay, external structure of the kidney, then we can see the internal structure of the kidney. So first external structure. So this is a kidney, bean shaped organ, kidney. So when we take a longitudinal section, LS of kidney, nothing but vertical cutting, longitudinal section, then we can see the internal structure. As we know that the kidney is covered with a fibrous layer, okay, hard fibrous layer which covers the kidney. This outermost fibrous layer is known as renal capsule. Okay, so the kidney is covered with a tough fibrous layer that is called the renal capsule. When we take a longitudinal section, we can see two distinct regions. Okay, so outermost region very light in color, that is called the renal cortex, and the inner region. So this innermost region is dark in color. That region is called the renal medulla. So let us see here. This outer, okay, light area. So this outermost light area, outer light or pale. Okay, so this is called renal cortex. So outermost region light in color, okay, pale in color, so that region is called the renal cortex. When come to inner region, so this region very thick in color, so this thick portion is known as renal medulla. Inner and thick region is known as renal medulla. So in this medulla, nephrons are arranged in a groups, and such group of nephron make a pyramid-like structure. So that structure is called the renal pyramid. So we will draw here renal pyramid. So this is the renal pyramid. The broad end is towards the cortex region, whereas its narrow end is towards the medulla region. Anterior part of the renal pyramid is known as papilla. So this is the region which is called papilla, and this papilla gives rise a small narrow tube. So this narrow tube is called minor calyx. Minor calyx. Several minor calyces. So singular form is calyx and plural form is calyces. So several calyces together form a major calyx. Like this is the minor calyx and it is one more minor calyx. So together form. So this is the region which is called major calyx. Two to three major calyx opens into a wider region. So that region is called pelvis. Even major calyx also opens into this wider region which is called pelvis, renal pelvis, also known as renal pelvis. Now these renal pelvis comes out in the form of a tube that is called ureter. Okay, so here these are the pyramids are present? Nearly 8 to 12 pyramids are present. So how many pyramids are present? There are nearly 8 to 12 pyramids are present in each kidney. So let us see here nephrons. So these all are nephrons. The kidney is made up of small microscopic cells that are called nephrons. These nephrons are also known as uriniferous tubules. Are also known as kidney tubules. So these nephrons are also known as uriniferous tubules and kidney tubules. Then how many nephrons are present in each kidney? More than 1 million nephrons are present in each kidney. An average of 1.3 to 1.8 millions of nephrons are present. 1.3 to 1.8 millions of nephrons present in the kidney. They are arranged in a group. Such group of nephrons, okay, forms a pyramid-like structure. So this pyramid-like structure is called renal pyramid. So renal pyramid, all the renal pyramids opens into minor calyx. Minor calyx opens into major calyx. Now the major calyx opens into this region which is called pelvis. Pelvis gives rise ureter. As we already know that the blood vessels which enter into the kidney is known as renal artery, and blood vessel which comes out from the kidney is known as renal vein. So this is the renal artery which is enter into the kidney. Once the renal artery enters, it divides into branches. So each branch reach to the nephrons. Through these gaps, the renal artery gets reach up to the nephrons. There it is going to divide into arteriole, afferent arteriole. So likewise, artery is going to divide into arterioles. Arterioles further divide into capillaries. So that are going to supply blood to each and every nephrons. So every nephron receives the blood from the renal artery. Which type of blood is get enter? Oxygenated blood loaded with nitrogenous waste materials. Come to renal vein. So this is the blood vessel which is going to exit. Similarly, this renal vein also divided into branches. Okay. So similarly, these renal veins also makes here several capillaries together form venule. Venules form vein. Renal vein comes out. It is collecting deoxygenated blood without waste materials and sending towards the heart. After filtration, the urine which is found in the nephrons comes through this way. Calyces into pelvis. From pelvis, it gets enter into the ureter. So both sides of ureter opens into the bladder where urine is going to temporarily stored. So this is the internal structure of the kidney. Let us see the structure, ultra structure of these nephron. So let me draw this single line. Here I am drawing that single line. So this is the single line. Actually it is horizontally. I have taken the vertical diagram. Of course it looks like a single line. But when we observe under an electron microscope, we can see the ultra structure of nephron. So let us see what is the structure of nephron. As we know that these nephrons are also known as uriniferous tubules. There are 1.3 to 1.8 millions of nephrons present in each kidney. So the length of the nephron, what is the length of nephron? Nearly 3 centimeters length, an average, approximate values. And its diameter nearly 20 to 30 micrometers. And the structure of kidney is made up of nephrons, hence it is called structural unit, and the filtration function of the kidney is under control of this nephron only, hence it is a functional unit. Hence these nephrons are called structural and functional unit of excretory system. And the branch of science which deals with these nephrons, its structure is known as nephrology. Okay, so the branch of science is known as nephrology. Let us see its structure. When we see the structure, it is divided into two distinct regions. Okay, a nephron shows two regions. So one region is called Malpighian body, and one more part is called renal tubule. And this Malpighian body also shows two more regions. One is the Bowman's capsule, and another one is the glomerulus. This renal tubule also shows three regions. One is the PCT, second one is the Ellis loop, and one more is DCT. So the nephrons shows two distinct regions. One is the Malpighian body, another one is the renal tubule. This Malpighian body further divided into two regions. One is the Bowman's capsule, another one is the glomerulus. Renal tubule shows three regions: PCT, loop of Henle, and DCT. Let us see the structure of the nephron. Here is a single line. If we see this single line under electron microscope, we can see the ultrastructure of the nephron. One side of the nephron shows a cup-shaped structure. That cup-shaped structure is known as Bowman's capsule. Okay, so this is the first region, Bowman's capsule. So this cup-shaped region is known as Bowman's capsule. So Bowman's is the scientist name, okay, who discovered this. Hence the name is given as Bowman's capsule. If you see the structure of Bowman's capsule, there are two layers, double layer structure, and these two layers are made up of simple squamous epithelium. Okay, so this Bowman's capsule is a double membranous structure, double layer. So these two layers are made up of squamous epithelium. Inner layer is known as visceral layer, okay, and the outer layer is known as parietal layer. So this visceral layer contains special type of cells that are called podocytes. So these are the podocyte cells which make the inner layer, and between these two cells, for example, it is a lining. Here it is a podocyte cell. Okay, podo, the word is derived from a Greek language. Podos means foot and kytos means cells. So that is the name podocytes. So these are foot-like cells, and there is a gap between these two cells. If these are the podocyte cells, there are 5 gaps present between these cells. So these gaps are called filtration slit. Filtration slit is the gap between two podocyte cells through which filtration of urine takes place. So that is about the Bowman's capsule. One end of the nephron shows a cup-shaped structure that is called Bowman's capsule. It divides into two layers. Inner layer is known as squamous epithelium, means visceral epithelium. Outer layer is the parietal epithelium. Outer layer is somewhat thick, but inner layer is very thin and made up of a special cells called podocyte cells. Podos means foot, kytos means cells. That is the Greek word. And the gap between two podocyte cells, the opening is present, holes are present. These are called filtration slits. Now a branch of renal artery comes close to the nephron. So this is the renal artery. What is this? this renal artery gives a branch that is called afferent arteriole. That afferent arteriole is going to enter into Bowman's capsule. Once it is entered, it makes a network of blood capillaries. So that network of blood capillaries is known as glomerulus. So it is forming a network of blood capillaries. So it is known as glomerulus. This network of blood capillaries inside the Bowman's capsule is known as glomerulus. So this is the Bowman's capsule and glomerulus. These both parts together called as Malpighian body. It is also known as renal capsule. It is also known as renal capsule. So this is the region which is known as Malpighian body or renal capsule. Now this glomerulus gives rise to one more arteriole that is called efferent arteriole. What is this? Efferent arteriole. So this glomerulus gives rise a branch of arteriole that is called efferent arteriole. So renal artery divides into afferent arteriole. Afferent arteriole enters into Bowman's capsule, make a network of blood capillaries that is called glomerulus, and it gives rise efferent arteriole. Now this efferent arteriole, we'll talk later about this efferent arteriole. So let me complete this further structure. Now the Bowman's capsule gives rise a small tubule-like structure that is called PCT. So this folded tubule is known as PCT. So PCT stands for proximal convoluted tubule. Proximal, very near to the Bowman's capsule. And folded, convoluted means folded. It is a tubule. So that is called proximal convoluted tubule. In short form, it is PCT. So these PCT lined by ciliated cuboidal epithelial cells. Which type of cells? Ciliated cuboidal epithelial cells. So which shows a brush border, helps in the absorption of useful materials from the urine. Now this PCT gives rise a long tube that is called a loop of Henle or Henle's loop. It gives rise a narrow tube So this tube is called LH, loop of Henle or Henle's loop. LH. So this loop of Henle also shows two regions. The narrow tube which comes down from the PCT is known as descending loop, which is narrow, very narrow, and which make a U-shaped turn, U-turn, like hairpin like turn. Okay, so U-turn. Then the tube is called ascending tube, ascending limb of loop of Henle. It is thicker, okay, somewhat thicker than the descending loop. So PCT gives descending loop, then it rises as a ascending loop. So these two parts of the loop of Henle. Now this loop of Henle gives rise one more tube that is called DCT. So this folded region is known as DCT. As we know that DCT stands for distal convoluted tubule. Distal convoluted this is called collecting tube. So this DCT opens into one more tube, that is called collecting tube. So several collecting tube form collecting duct. That collecting ducts opens into papillary region of the renal pyramid. So this collecting duct is not a part of nephron, we have to remember. So this is the DCT of another nephron, DCT of another nephron. So likewise several nephrons together opens into one collecting duct. What is this? This is the DCT of another nephron. This complete region, tubular region, is known as renal tubule. It shows PCT, loop of Henle and DCT. Now this efferent arteriole make a network over this tubule. That network of capillaries which forms over the tubule part of the nephron is known as peritubular capillary. So this efferent arteriole is going to form branches, okay, which makes the loops around the loop of Henle, and also it makes a loops So this network of blood capillaries is known as peritubular capillary. These peritubular capillaries together form a venule. Okay, it is going to supply blood to the tubular region and it is going to become a venule. Okay, so this is called renal venule. The several renal venules form a renal vein. That renal vein comes out of the kidney. So likewise, blood enters into the kidney through renal artery, exit from the renal vein. So this is the ultrastructure of the nephron. So formation of urine occurs in the nephron, especially in the Bowman's capsule region. So how urine formation takes place? What is the mechanism of urine formation? We'll discuss in the next class. So thank you for watching this video. So don't forget to subscribe, comment, share